So it's 28 miles. Be prepared for a lot of uphill and a lot of water crossings.
So the hills are really hard because they don't stagger. They kind of just go up. That's really hard. We are not experienced backpackers, but we did it. So I think you could do it. I think most people could do it probably. Because, yeah, we didn't do any training. We just had all the stuff. The trail is marked with white marks, white blazes, but it's very challenging because sometimes you don't know if it's a white blaze or if it's lichen. Started the trail 8:35. Right now it's 8:45 and we got lost. Good news is we figured out that we were lost. This is us returning to the correct part of the trail. We're here in June, so we thought it might be a little hot, and it's a tiny bit hot, but because there's so much trees, it's been really nice. The forecast said it was supposed to be like 90, but it's really good. And at nighttime, it was a little bit chilly. I think the forecast said like 60, but yeah, it felt chilly. A lot of the water crossings are really tricky.
First water crossing. Definitely wear water shoes, change into your water shoes. We thought our hiking boots were pretty waterproof. Nope. I almost lost my shoe at this water crossing, but Phoebe saved the day. Very heroic. Yay, water shoes.
We were thinking if we did it over again that, because it kind of isn't fun to take your backpack off, and we've got like blisters, so it's not fun to like change shoes and get your feet wet. But we were thinking if we did it over again, what we might do is bring like plastic bags to put over our boots as we cross. And then like a dry plastic bag to put those wet plastic bags in. It could work, but I guess the danger in telling people to do that is that there'd be more plastic trash out here. So just remember to keep track of all your stuff, if that's what you choose to do.
Oh, they're so cute. They're little juveniles. What bug is it?
Pipevine swallowtail caterpillar.
It's a caterpillar?
Mm-hmm.
This is sassafras. Its leaf looks like a little chicken foot a lot of the time. Here's a smaller sassafras. And if you smell it, it might smell like a really yummy breakfast cereal.
sweet gum. It makes these things that you'll see everywhere.
And there's a Missouri violet, there's like a prairie violet maybe. There's different types, but they're all, whole thing's edible, super nutritious, loaded with vitamin A and E and antioxidants, you name it. So if they're not flowering, the flowers like a pansy, orchidish kind of thing, it's purple, hence the name. Easy to recognize if they're flowering, but if they're not, their leaves are shaped usually hardish. I mean, there's a lot of variances. Some of them have deep cuts into their leaves and lobes, but you'll notice if you do a line of symmetry, nothing branches off that much at all. Okay, so that right there is a violet leaf.
And so I can just eat this and it will be good for me?
You gotta know what you're doing. There are very similar plants. What are those white flowers called? Not fleabane. Like those little bitty daisies, little white daisies. They have leaves very similar. Yeah, so you have to know what you're doing.
Okay. And so I'm gonna eat it.
No.
No. I believe he wouldn't let me eat the violet leaf.
My words.
Okay.
Mark Voldemort Merriweather from foragingtexas.com tells a story about how people during the Depression who lived in Appalachia should have been malnourished. They had, flour, water, not much else, and they weren't. And a nutritionist, which, nutritionism science is a fairly new thing. So, whenever it was coming about, and they were talking to these Appalachian people, they're like, you should be, what do you eat? Why are you so healthy? And they showed them what they eat, and they found out later that it was loaded with vitamins.
And so did they just eat the leaf itself, or like
The whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The whole plant and the flower too?
Flower, petal,
And they didn't cook it?
leaves, roots, maybe. Maybe they cooked it. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Like little pieces of trash that people are leaving on the campsites, and please don't do that because it's not good for the creatures here, and especially during Corona time, not good to leave trash around.